Hi, I'm Josephine from we.CONECT live at the Smart Variant Conference 2017. This is Henrik from Configit. Hi.
Hi.
Since more than 17 years, you are the CEO of our event lead partner, Configit, which is also the global leader in configuration lifecycle management. Moreover, you founded the company. What was your motivation behind it, or what was the reason why?
Yes, so I used to be a professor of computer science, and for many years we worked with very exciting scientific problems, doing research, publishing papers, and then by coincidence we came across this configuration management and complexity management problem. And we found out that if you look behind the scenes, there's a nice mathematical problem, and the algorithms and data structures we've been working with for years seem to have a good solution to the problem. So we tried it out, and we were quite surprised how well it worked. And we could see that there was a market for it, so we decided this time we did not want just to publish a scientific paper. We thought there were value that could be created in the market with it. So we decided to found Configit. I did it with a good colleague of mine. He's also called Henrik, and 3 very good students we had. And we did that back in 2000.
Cool. It was a very successful startup by then.
Yes, it's hard work to start a company, but it's great fun. And I think it was fantastic to be at universities and do research, work with the students. But I find it more motivating to build something that has an effect on people and changes things. That was the motivation from those of us who founded the company. We want to make something that was useful for the people. So that's really what's been driving us and motivating us.
You just had an inspiring case study on the power of convergence and the digitalization trends in complexity management. How does the future of product modeling look like, and what role do agility and the cloud play?
Yes, so for the 17 years we've been in business, it's only gone one way. Complexity has increased in the products, and there's more and more digitalization going on. So this is in business processes, but it's also the customer journey. So as a modern digital user, no matter what you're going to buy, whether it's at home or at work, you expect there is a digital way to do it. You seek information, you expect to be guided to a good solution, and you expect to be able to complete your purchase online. And this is just to continue to increase the complexity, because there's more software in the product, because customers and companies want exactly what they need. So it means the products have to be adaptable to the needs. And we are seeing new trends like Industry 4.0 in Germany, and Internet of Things, where the products will continue to be connected to the manufacturer's systems after it's been delivered. And that gives a lot of new opportunities. So I see this being very important, and it's very important to find a way to hide the complexity for the user so they can still handle it. And we as private citizens can find a way to work with it without getting overwhelmed by all the complexity.
Yeah, that should be the way.
Yeah.
What was the reaction of the people? Which ideas and questions came up?
So there were some questions on machine learning, which is a new topic. Is there a use for machine learning in this field? And machine learning is becoming a very hot topic. It actually dates back to the 1960s, where people looked at universities, but nobody thought it had any real use. But it has these days, because machine learning can be used when you have big sets of data to try to understand what's going on, what's the relationship between the data. And in this space, it would mean that you could use machine learning to learn what preferences people have. So if they configure a car, for instance, what do they always pick together with what else? And you can use that in designing your products going forward, because you know there seems to be a preference for having these things together. And you can use it in guiding people so that you get a recommendation when you configure, saying, this might be a good choice because thousands of others did the same. So I think that was a very relevant question, and I think there's a big future for machine learning in this field.
What are the main challenges your customers have, apart from the digitalization?
So it's getting the overview of the complexity. And when you design a industrial product today, you have very many different teams in the company working on the product. So you have engineering people, You have the manufacturing people who has to figure out how are you going to build this product in the plant. You have the sales, and you have the marketing people who's going to bring it to market. And they're all part of defining this new product. And it's very difficult for the engineers to find out what is sales and marketing doing. And sales and marketing have a big time understanding what the engineering department is doing. So I think it's so important to find a collaborative tool where you can share this information across the different teams so they know what they're working on and can constructively work together to define this new product. That's a key theme for us and the way of thinking.
And with your tools, you are tackling those challenges?
Yes, we are. We are constantly enriching our tools to support that. And an important part of that is bringing it to the cloud these days. And bringing it to the cloud means that you have a way to collaborate also outside a company. So you can have suppliers collaborate with a manufacturer who can collaborate with his resellers. So we believe strongly in cloud because of the collaborative aspect, but also because if we can have a cloud offering, then our customers have to do less. They can subscribe to the service, and we guarantee it's up and running, and we monitor it and make suggestions for improvements, which is the basic value proposition for cloud offering. So cloud has a big say in this.
In your past 17 years, what was the most exciting project you have been working on in terms of variant management and configuration?
Yeah, so the most exciting is often the most recent.
Okay.
Because at different points in time of the company's development, there's been very exciting projects that have kind of pushed us forward to the next level. For the moment, I see this project we're doing with ABB, as I talked about in my presentation, as really exciting because it's a big company and they have very complex products and they're very ambitious on what they want to do to support the digital journey. So we're running a lot of sub-projects with them and I find this extremely exciting. And to see this come to life and be used in 90 countries in the world is quite amazing. So right now, this is really the most important one. 5 years' time, there's probably going to be another one that's going to push the limit even further that we'll find very exciting.
What do you think? Could it be in 5 years? What drives the new?
So in 5 years, I think what's going to drive forward is going to be the cloud, so collaborating across companies. So you'll start seeing that some companies share their product definitions with other companies that then can take them up and use them in their product, in their products to define them. I think that's something that's definitely gonna happen. And then there's of course the Internet of Things, where you will be connected to your products, and as a manufacturer, you can learn a lot about how the products are used, and that can drive your future development of the variants you want to do. Because if you spend a long time defining options into a product and then you realize nobody's ever using it, but the other parts are really using, then you might want to expand that more in that field and ignore the other part you just thought they would be happy with but never use.
Do you already see those topics touched at the conference?
Yes, they are definitely already in the first, so still very early in the conference, and already the first presentations, they both talked about this. And I see lots of exciting presentations and panel discussions that will touch upon these topics. Yeah.
Configit is again our event lead partner. Why is it important for you to be here?
So this is very important for us because having a dedicated forum that all think and talk about variant management is so important, because you have people who understand what you're talking about, and there's a lot of experience in the room in this field. So there's so much to be learned from the challenges and how they've been solved and where everything is going. So it's very exciting for us to be at these dedicated events to a topic like this. There are also very big, broad events, but then it's very difficult to find your peers who wants to discuss your topic, and we find that extremely valuable. So we're always happy to participate here.
And we are also happy that you are here.
Okay,
thanks for participating, and thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Thanks.